Hey everybody, this week I'm going to start this little guy right here. He's my little grumpy farmer. He's a little bottle stopper, and but I'm going to do a bust figure out of this guy, and I'm going to I've already bandsawed it out, but I'm going to show you how it's laid out as a pattern, and the profile cut, and then the frontal cut. And then we'll get into carving. So I'm going to put this over here on the bottle, stop right in here, and then I'm going to reach over here and I get my pattern. This is just on a little piece of paper. I drew out the pattern, and then I laid it on my block of wood, and this wood is probably 2 inches by 2 inches by 4 inches. Yeah, that's what it is, 2 by 2 by 4. And I always, when I put my pattern down, I kind of draw a little bit bigger than my pattern. But you see how it's done there. I draw it out. Then I take it to the bandsaw, and then I cut it up, the profile view out. And that's the profile view. And then I mark on the front where these shaded areas are out. That's where it's going to be cut out, and with the frontal part of the bandsaw. Now I'm going to show you the actual cutout, and here is the cutout right here from what I did, the frontal, the side, and these looks kind of awkward, but there's a lot of wood removal in there. But we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use a number 9 gouge and come in right in here at this and take wood away from this neck area and get the neck down to the line. Want to make this guy's neck, he really has a thin neck. And what we're doing on this is just really getting this guy rounded. And we're using gouges. I've gouged that area out in there. I'm going to take this out in here. Not going to do a whole lot of talking. You're going to see a whole lot more carving than me talking. So with that, I'm just going to have at it and just carve. Once again, this is a number 9 gouge I'm using. It's a good tool to use for lots of wood removal and to sculpt your carving with. Always remember to, when you're doing this, to wear your glove and a little thumb guard. The little thumb guard is just little self-adhesive gauze that I buy at any pharmacy. You can get it, and it works well. Alright, I've got the neck area pretty much where I want it. Now we've got these ears that are really blocky, so I want to come in, and you see right in here where this shaded area is, I'm going to go ahead and cut those off. So I'm going to take me a straight knife blade and come in and start removing this wood here. Because that ear, I mean, when you cut it out, it's a little bulky, but you want to have that ear out like that because you want it standing out. Alright, I've got this side right here, and I'm going to come around on this side. Take that wood off right in here. And my lines that I drew on there, I'll have to draw back to give you an idea of what I'm doing with this ear. Now see, they're not as bulky now. I cut them down a little bit, but I'm going to take my pencil now and I'm going to draw back on where that ear is going to lie. On that side and on this side. The ear is going to lie right in here on this side and over here on this side. Now what I want to do is I'm going to start rounding and taking off this frontal area. And I go up to my line. We want to start bringing this facial area to a wedge. And this particular project is probably going to take, maybe 4 to 5 YouTubes till we get him finished. But watching how it's done really adds to it, I think. Alright, see, I've already started tapering these ears back. Now what I want to do, I've got to go in the back area and start cutting back and making the ear stick out from the back side. And I'll just go ahead and cut it in there. I'm trying to get this where the camera can see it. It's kind of awkward, but what I'm really doing right now too is just kind of blocking this guy in. There's the back of the ear on that side, so I'm going to come in on the back side, on this other side, and start working at this ear. And you just keep slicing away. Now when we do this, I may stop on this first video and I may go ahead and do a little bit more on it, and when we come back I'll explain what I did off camera, just to let you know. But now that's why you want it to look in the back, the way the ears are standing out in there. Now I'm going to take a pencil, I'm going to draw right in here, and I'm going to take a number 9 gouge and start making this ear stand out a little bit more. And I'll show you when I get it in here. There's that right in there. Now I'm going to come over here, draw my line about right in here, and start shaving this down with my number 9. Like this right here. Now, we're at that point right now. Now I want to start tapering these ears a little bit more. So I'm going to start coming right in here and start shaving these ears back a little bit. And I'm going to shape them too while I'm at it. This is a upsweep knife I'm using right here. But see, I've got the ear starting to curve around there, so I'm going to come over here and take this one, start rounding it just a little bit. Oh, and I got to taper this back first. And this particular carving is not on the same scale as the little bottle stopper. It's a little smaller, but it's still the same pattern. I mean, carving from a bandsaw blank it really helps you, and each carving that you do, you learn more and more on what kind of wood to take out. Now I know right now it's a little rough looking, but we got the ears tapered this now they're sticking out a little too much down there at the bottom, so I'm going to kind of start shaving that down a little bit. There, see how I tapered that down? Can you see that, Peyton?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm going to do this one over here. And the reason why I left a taper right in there is because I'm eventually going to put a sideburn in there. But before I do that, I got to start rounding the brim of this hat and start rounding things. We don't want it square, we want it round. So I'm rounding the bill of the cap. Let me get a straight blade now. And start rounding the cap. I call this guy, he's my old grumpy farmer. He pretty much has a little grumpy look to him. And the little cigar that's in his mouth is what you add later. Now I'm going to start bringing this face to a wedge. So I'm going to keep that center line down to keep my face symmetrical. Over here. Get in there and take out all my lines. He's kind of shaping up a little bit there. Think round. We'll start rounding this cap. Bringing it to that center. And this is like one of the old John Deere caps that I tried to put on this guy. Alright, let me stop and show you what we're doing so far. He's starting to shape up a little bit. You still got a lot of neck in there. Let's go in there now and shave this neck down a little bit more. And the bottom part of the chin. Because this guy really has a little skinny neck on him. Like that. And also we're developing the jaw line as we carve. Now as I keep going carving, my cameraman Peyton's going to tell me. He just told me we're going to got about 5 more minutes, and I'm going to shut off, and we're going to start filming the next video later on. But I want to get this pretty much start shaping in where this nose is going to be. And once my next video, I'll probably go in and have the most of the facial structure done, but I do want to put in, show you how I do the eyes and stuff again. See, we got that in, and now right in here, let's start coming in about right here, and we're going to really start making this bust figure. Where his shoulder will be, and his chest area. Come in right here. Shoulder, get that over to my neck. Just about here to the stopping point. And it's pretty much where I want it to be on the first YouTube. I do want to taper this face just a little bit more, because this guy, his jaw down here is kind of going to be a little bit wider than the forehead area. That adds to where he'll have a really weird, a really neat frown with that. But, let's see here. I think we're about getting close, aren't we, Peyton? Mm-hmm. Okay. Right there is, now granted it's on a little smaller scale, and the nose will be a little bit different. But this is a bust figure opposed to a larger bottle stopper. But on the next YouTube, I'll go in and while we're off camera, and I'll do a little bit more facial structure and get you ready, and we'll get ready to lay in the face and do other things on the next video. So until then, happy carving to everybody, and I'll see you later.